to my YouTube channel. My name is Lorraine Rose. If you are new here, please make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. I post content weekly and I do all things home as well as some curly hair tutorials. So just let me know in the comment section below if there's anything specific that you guys want me to post a video on. I would love to do that for you guys. I want to post content that y'all want to watch and that will be helpful to you guys. For today's video, we are just going to be doing a deep clean on the master bathroom. Now, the master bathroom has not been renovated since we've moved in, so you'll just have to overlook all of the things that are not up to date. It's a little bit tragic, but we are planning on doing a complete gut job on this bathroom, a total renovation in the fall, so you'll have to stay tuned for that video because we're gonna post all of that. And hopefully here in a couple of months we are going to be doing a laundry room renovation, so you'll have to watch for that as well. Back to the master bathroom. I like to keep it really clean. That makes me feel a lot better about the space. So hopefully this video will encourage you guys. Hopefully you'll be able to pull from some of the things that I do and apply it to your own cleaning routine. But without further ado, let's just get right into it.
Okay, you guys, so here is a before of what the bathroom looks like. Now, it's really dirty, as you can tell, but you may not be able to see. There's stuff all over the counters, like hairs and dust, and it's just really gross. And here's the tub. It may be hard to tell for this as well, but that's really dirty also. Now, I do like to make a lot of my own homemade products, but for this video, I am using some store-bought cleaning products. It just makes it a little bit easier for me. So I take some Clorox wipes and I wipe everything down that's on my vanity that I'm going to put back on my vanity, and then I put it out in our bedroom so that way I can really deep clean the vanity without anything on it. So that's what I'm doing in this video. Now, what I'm doing right here is I'm just pulling out all of my scrunchies and my headbands and my hair ties from this little drawer, and I'm putting them back where they go. I like to keep them under the vanity in this little glass jar, and I just think it looks really cute, and it's a great way to just keep all of my hair ties in one specific spot. And a lot of times, you know, throughout the month, they'll end up in that little drawer, so I have to put them back in that jar when I'm cleaning, but I only do that when I'm cleaning. And then I go ahead and I take my makeup containers and my brushes and I bring them into the kitchen. So I go ahead and I put some dish soap into a jar with a cup of vinegar and a cup of hot water. And I like to, at this point in time, clean my makeup brushes. So I'll just stir them in that water and I let them soak in that mixture for about 15 minutes, and then I go ahead and I use bleach. I do not like using bleach, but sometimes I find that you just have to. So I take my bleach and I spray all of my makeup containers and I let that sit alongside the brushes for 15 minutes, and then I go back into the bathroom and I wipe off everything on the other side of the vanity, and I put all of those items in the bedroom as well. And then I also take this little container and I spray that with bleach in the kitchen sink as well. And then I go ahead and I take a Clorox wipe and I just wipe down the surface of the vanity before I start deep cleaning it. And then I take all of the items out of the shower, I wipe them all down and I put those in our bedroom. And then I go ahead and I take our bathroom rugs and I vacuum those really well. And then I take my all-purpose disinfectant fabric spray and I spray those rugs, and then I just hang them over the stairs to kind of air dry. And about this time, it's been about 15 minutes, so I go ahead and I take some soap and I scrub all of my makeup containers and I rinse them with really hot water. And then I go ahead and I just set them on a drying mat to dry while I clean the rest of the bathroom. And then I clean out my makeup brushes. I just rinse them with hot water and I run my finger through the tips, as you can see in this video. And I do that with each individual makeup brush. And then I go ahead and I just scrub all the additional little items that I brought into the kitchen from the bathroom that needed to be scrubbed really well. And I rinse those off and then I put those on a drying mat to dry. And then I go ahead and take my mold and my mildew spray and I spray the shower really well wherever I see any mold or built up grime. And I just like to let that sit while I clean the rest of the bathroom before I start to scrub the tub. I think it's good sometimes to let your cleaning products just sit and really work well and do their job. I spray all along the insides of the shower. As you can see, that's where I've sprayed everything. And then after that, I like to go ahead and declutter a bit. So there were a lot of candles in my bathroom and I just wanted to kind of put those up in our linen closet in the other room. So I kind of took those down from our shelves and I decluttered the shelves a bit, and this is what they looked like when I was done, just kind of simplifying them. And then once I am done with that, it is time to move on to the vanity. So I go ahead and I empty out the drawers and I take a Clorox wipe and I just wipe down the inside of the drawers and on the outsides, along with, the tops of the drawers and the surfaces. And this is the inside of our vanity, which is pretty organized right now. It doesn't need to be wiped down, but right there at the edge, sometimes that can get dirty, so I'll wipe that down. And then I take my Daily Shower Method all-purpose spray and I spray the vanity really well. And then I go ahead and I get a small bucket with a dry rag and I fill the bucket up with hot water, and I take my Dawn dish soap and a scrubbing pad, and I get the scrubbing pad nice and wet, and then I add about that much Dawn dish soap and I scrub the vanity really well. So I scrub all along the sides and into the creases. I scrub all around the sink. I scrub the sink faucet. And then I like to go ahead and take my dry rag and wipe off all of that soap. Now I find that when you're initially starting with a dry rag, you're able to get a lot more of the soap off without having to get the rag wet several times. And then once I'm done with that, I'll dunk my rag in a fresh bucket of hot water and I will wipe it down again, because that obviously didn't get all of the soap off. It gets really soapy. And so I'll just wipe down the surface really well, and I will wipe down around the sink also. And I go ahead and I get a fresh bucket of hot water and I take my Method shower spray and I spray down the surface of the vanity, and then I just wipe it all down really well. Now, if your vanity is really dirty on the surface, you can go ahead and take that scrubbing pad with some Dawn dish soap and scrub it really well with that first before you rinse it off. So I just go ahead and I do that. And then I go ahead and I take my homemade glass cleaner and I spray down the glass, and then I just wipe it down with a paper towel. And the reason I wait to do this till the end is because I was doing that first, but then when I went to scrub the vanity, some of the soap would get onto the mirror. And so I think that's best to just do that last. And then I take my trash out. And then I take my toilet paper holder and my toilet brush cleaner and I set it in the bathtub and I spray the toilet bowl cleaner with bleach, and then I use my Method Daily Shower Spray and I spray the toilet paper holder with that. And then I go ahead and I take my bleach and I spray the inside of the toilet bowl. I didn't want to show you guys that. It was so gross. And then I spray the outside of my toilet with that Method shower cleaner. And then I just take a rag with a fresh bucket of hot water and I wipe down all along the surface of the toilet. Now, you guys might be wondering why I'm not wearing gloves. That might be really grossing you guys out right now, but I do periodically wash my hands with soap and water as I'm cleaning because I just hate wearing gloves. I feel like I can't clean as well with them. My husband has gotten on to me about that over the years, and sometimes like I will wear gloves, but we're the only ones that use this bathroom, and so it's not gross to me to clean without gloves because it's our nastiness, mine and my husband's. So that's why I don't use gloves, but try not to judge me for that. I'm just wanting to be totally real with you guys. I thought about wearing gloves for this video, but I'd rather just be myself, so. And then I wipe down the inside of the toilet, and I go ahead and I take my toilet bowl brush, cleaning brush from the other bathroom since mine is sitting in bleach, and I just scrub out the inside of the toilet bowl. And then I take some of my homemade toilet bowl cleaner, and I like to just get that all sudsy and let that sit in the toilet bowl. It makes it smell really nice and clean. And then I wash my hands, and then I take my towels that are hanging up, and I put one of those towels in the hamper because it was dirty, but this one wasn't dirty. And so I just refold that really nicely, and I just set that on the bed. And then I go ahead and I sweep my bathroom really well. You can vacuum the floors of your bathroom, or you can take a wet rag and a bucket of hot water and just wipe it down really well. And when I'm done sweeping, I take my steam mop and I just mop really well. Then while your floor is drying, you want to go ahead and take some glass cleaner and wipe down the surfaces of your makeup containers. I like to just keep those nice and clean, and I like to take care of my things, and so this is one of the ways that I do that. And then I like to wipe down my little mirror as well as our bathroom scale. And then I go ahead and I take a cleaning towel and I set that on the floor, and then I spray the outside of the shower with our shower spray. And then I take my scrubbing pad and my Dawn dish soap and I scrub all along the outside of the shower. And then when I'm done with that, I go ahead and I take a clean, dry rag and I wipe all of that down really well. And then I take a fresh bucket of hot water and I rinse the rag out in it, and I get it nice and wet, and I wipe it down a second time. And then once I'm done with that, I go ahead and I take my glass cleaner and I spray down all along the outside, and then I take a paper towel and I wipe it down really well. And then I go ahead at this point in time and I rinse off my toilet paper holder and my toilet bowl cleaner, and I set those on that cleaning towel in the bedroom. And then I go ahead and I rinse out my tub before I step in it. And then I get in my tub and I fill up my bucket with hot water, and I get my scrubbing pad with some Dawn dish soap, and I get it nice and wet, and then I put the soap on it and I scrub away. And then once I'm done scrubbing everything really well, I go ahead and I fill up my bucket with hot water and I rinse everything off. So this is how I rinse all of the soap off. And somehow I always end up soaking my shirt with water. So I went in and I changed, and then I take a dry rag and I wipe down all around the windowsill where I poured water in that section, just to get it nice and dry so no water sticks. And then I go ahead and I put a new trash bag liner on my trash can, and now is time for the fun part, putting everything back. So one thing I want to mention to you guys is I only deep clean my bathroom like this once a month, and then for the rest of the time before I go to deep clean it again, it's really just upkeep. So just kind of wiping down the surfaces. Maybe I'll sweep a few times in between now and next month, but it really helps to deep clean like this, because then I find that I'm only having to do this once a month. It just keeps it clean for so long. So it's worth, putting the extra effort forth. I timed myself and it did take me 2 hours to clean this, but to only have to do that once a month, it's worth it to me. That's kind of how I clean, is I deep clean certain sections of my home really well, and then I only do that once a month. So I'd much rather do that, and this is the end result. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys want me to do more cleaning videos like this. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. Love you guys so much. Bye.